Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Monday, the 26th day of August, National Dog Day. Oh, I love my dog. I've got two of them. I like them both. National Cherry Popsicle Day, National Day of Repentance, National Got Checked Day, Web Mistress Day. Don't have one of those.
Yikes.
National Women's Equality Day. Is it weird that those happen on the same day? And National Heroes Day. All of that happening on this Monday, the 26th of August. And I have a guest for this Movie Star Monday, Lauren Buglioli, and she's been in a bunch of great movies and TV shows, First Wives Club, FBI, Dynasty, ABC's Queens. She's in a new project with Vince Vaughn. It's called Bad Monkey. It just came out on the 14th of August on Apple TV. I'm excited to chat with Lauren coming up.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Eating well and exercising may be as effective for treating depression as going to therapy, according to researchers. Study conducted by Deakin University in Australia found that a healthy diet and regular exercise seems to be just as effective as traditional psychotherapy and treating depression.
I would agree with that. I feel so much better when I'm moving around.
Yeah, they say the findings could help those who struggle with the idea of seeking mental health, or like people who may not have insurance for that, might not be able to afford it. They're going, hey, go for a walk, get some fresh air, do that.
It helps so much.
According to the survey, it helps a whole bunch. So, and it's National Dog Day. So if you have a dog, take that dog for a walk.
There you go.
Everybody's winning. See?
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, that is your surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that film producer Jeffrey Katzenberg revived the Disney studios by producing some of their biggest hits? Little Mermaid, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. After these, he requested a promotion and was fired. Then he swore revenge against Disney, and he came up with his own little studio called DreamWorks.
Really?
Yeah. So he helped them.
What a cool story.
Get a solid footing, and then he's like, "Hey, I'd like a little something for the effort." And they're like, "Hey, how about you just go?"
Whoa.
Yeah. We don't know everything, but now
Good for
we
him.
know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. It's almost time for the Golden Bachelorette. ABC has unveiled the 24 senior men that will be dating Joan Vassos. She was introduced while dating Jerry Turner on The Golden Bachelor last fall. She should get another chance at love after her husband of 32 years passed away. Bachelor Nation will be happy to see that Kelsey Anderson's father, Mark, is in the mix after the widower won his hearts over during the season of The Bachelor. So his son was on that.
Okay.
So he's among the 24 men in their late 50s to early 60s who will be courting this lady who is 61. The Golden Bachelorette premieres September the 18th. And Rob Schneider is apologizing publicly to his daughter, Elle King, when she publicly accused him of being a bad dad.
I heard about this. I think this is really sad.
I think it's really sad, too. And I don't like that it's all as public as it is, and it sounds like her side of the story and his side of the story don't necessarily match up, and I don't know who to believe or what to believe, other than I know it's none of my business.
Right.
So sad
I think that's really sad. I love
that
Rob
their personal
Schneider.
stuff has become so public, but I'm glad that he took the high road, and he could have very easily been mean back to her, but he's like, I'm praying for her, and I hope that she gets things squared away. So, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over, I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A study found that Americans spent more time researching cars than doctors. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, what's more important, my gas mileage or my health? And the average person spent more time figuring out which vehicle was the right vehicle for them than they did figuring out which doctor was the right one.
I think you just kind of assume that all the doctors know their thing because they all went to school, so you probably just assume, they're all good.
You know,
there are doctors that graduated at the bottom of their class.
And they should put their GPA on that diploma, I think. And say, wait, you graduated with a D average? What? And speaking of Ds, a different kind of D. A D-Day veteran who defended landing troops from Nazi fighter planes received more than 200 cards from well-wishers for his 100th birthday.
Aww.
John Dennett, who lives near Liverpool, England, was surprised by quite a haul. 217 cards and letters that were sent to him from all across the UK, marking his special 100th birthday. He celebrated with friends and family at a party that featured food and entertainment and wartime music. During his military career, he took part in other Allied landings in North Africa and Italy, and this summer he was able to return to France to mark the 80th anniversary of D-Day. John quotes, "It's only now that I've reached 100 that I realize that I'm old. I'll just have to take it easy now. All I hope is I reach 200.
Wow, I would not want that.
Yeah, I think it sounds to me like this guy's enjoying life. He's 100 years old. He's still enjoying life. And if you're having a good time and you're enjoying life, it's all just a number. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Excited to visit with our guest today, Lauren Buglioli, and you might know her from a bunch of really fun projects like Queens, First Wives Club, FBI, Dynasty, and we're going to chat with her about a new project that looks really, really fun. Vince Vaughn is in this. It's called Bad Monkey. I'm excited to see this. You've done a lot of fun projects, but this one looks like it was really fun.
Thank you. It was an absolute joy to be a part of. It is a wild ride. It takes place in Florida. That sets the scene, so it's a great time.
Now, what was it like working with Vince Vaughn? He seems like a neat guy. Is he as neat in person as I think he is, or are you going to ruin my day right now and tell me he's not a nice dude?
No. He exceeded all expectations. You know how they say never meet your heroes?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not true with him. He is as funny as he is kind and talented, and it was just a joy to be around him and to get to work with him. So I will not break your heart today. The only good news to report about Vince Vaughn. And this whole cast and crew was just a delight to work with. It was one of those dream experiences.
Now, you said Bad Monkey takes place in Florida, and you also, on Netflix, are in Florida Man. So it's like, I don't want to say you're getting typecast, but every time they're doing a Florida project, they're like, hey, what's Lauren's number? Call her quick.
Thank you. And I would love to continue. It's so much fun. I mean, I lived in Florida when I was little, so I feel like I did my homework, you know. And Florida's a wild place. My mom still lives there. I'm going to be going to visit soon. And I did my homework, you know.
Absolutely. Now, this project here with Vince Vaughn, again, it's called Bad Monkey, and it just came out on Apple TV Plus August 14th, so it's brand new. but it's already got a nice following, and I think it's only going to get better, isn't it?
Oh, thank you. I truly hope so, because, I mean, it's based on an incredible Carl Hyacin book, and it is an absolute wild ride. You've got drama, you've got comedy, you've got suspense and mystery. So I don't think you can ask for much more. It's the best of all worlds, and I'm excited for everyone to see it.
I love that. Now, a personal question here. I was reading that you have a couple of cute dogs, and the one said the name is Vixen. Is your other dog's name Beverly Hills Cop 2?
It sure is. Lifeline Animal Shelter named both of my dogs.
Nice.
And I just thought it was too funny to change. It was too funny. And on a day-to-day basis, she's Beverly, but when she's a little bit naughty, she's Beverly Hills Cop 2. So,
yeah, I love it.
I had to keep it.
That is awesome. And for people listening, if they'd like to follow you on social media and see what you're up to, because you got all kinds of fun stuff that you're doing all the time, what is the best social media for them to follow you on, Lauren?
Yes, it's in Instagram handle is Lauren_Buglioli, which is Buglioli.
And again, the new show
I'd love to connect.
Nice. Again, the new show Bad Monkey is out right now. It's on Apple TV Plus. And do you have other fun things in the works that you can talk about? I know how sometimes you can't tell me about the next project because it's still top secret, but do you have any non-top secret projects that you're working on right now?
Well, I can't talk about them quite yet, but when they're out, I would love to come back and reconnect and chat with you. But yes, there's some irons in the fire and some things in the works. But today, spoiling my dog's rotten after we talk. That's what's on the docket for today.
No, that's good. Yeah, give them a treat for me. That's cool. And they're adorable. So again... The new program is out right now. It's on Apple TV. Again, it's called Bad Monkey, and you can see Lauren. Are you anything at all like your character in this project at all, or not at all like this character?
Thankfully, no. And I play a lot of terrible people, and I just want to apologize to your listeners. I like to joke that I attracted a lot of mean girls when I was younger for a reason. Now I play them.
There you go. Well, you play the bad girl, but you play her so well.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun. It really is. It really is. So thank you for asking, because I'd like to clarify, no, I do not treat people the way my characters do.
Well, thank you for taking the time to chat, Lauren. It's been an absolute pleasure to visit.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Again, the new program is called Bad Monkey. It's on Apple TV. I've got a link to it in our show notes to make it really easy to find. And there's an actual monkey and Vince Vaughn and Lauren Buglioli. I mean, how does it get any better than that? Again, all of the details and a link to the actual program in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The world record for the most candles ever put on a birthday cake is 50,151 candles. I don't know whose birthday that was.
Wow.
But that's a lot of candles. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Jesse James issued his own press releases. So this guy who was robbing banks, he was sending out press releases to let people know what he was up to. Wow. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
England's Queen Victoria smoked marijuana to relieve her cramps.
Okay.
That's interesting. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
St. Lucia is the only country in the world named after a woman. Never thought about that before.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
When scientists developed straight bananas in the 1960s, the public refused to buy them.
No, I wouldn't want to eat a straight banana.
Yeah. So what's up with this banana? No, he scientifically made this just for you. I'm like, why? You wasted your time, dude. You should have been curing cancer, not straightening bananas.
They were probably thinking that it would be a lot easier to ship them.
I don't know. It's a lot easier to ship them because nobody needs them. That's why. Simple. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. 7 out of 10 women say they feel guilty if they do this in the morning. What is it?
Oh my gosh, sleep in?
No, leave dirty dishes in the sink.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. I do not like dirty dishes in the sink.
It doesn't bother me at all. Have you noticed?
I know. I have noticed, yes.
I'm horrible at that.
Even though you're standing right next to the dishwasher. I
never know
get
if it's clean or empty or if it's clean or dirty. And I looked every once in a while, I'm like, I give up. I don't know the answer to this riddle. I'm going to just put them right here. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. We'll just hope that this new invention never really comes to light. A new patent issued to automaker Ford would see cameras and sensors fitted to vehicles as a way of helping to snitch on other drivers, people that are speeding in other vehicles. The system would detect if a nearby vehicle is exceeding the local speed limit. From there, a report containing the data of the readings and maybe even a photo of the offending vehicle could be sent to police through the internet. Before we get all Big Brother about it and start talking about the dystopian future of driving that lies in store, keep in mind that car companies apply for patents all the time. Even when they are approved, many of them never, ever, ever see the light of day. So it's interesting, though, that that's who is applying for this. Ford is like, hey, you know what we could do? We could have this little, this snitch. Get the Ford snitch. You drive this car and it'll tell on everybody that's speeding and passing you and stuff. I don't know. It seems like a weird idea to me. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Heidi's going to love this one. Small investments with a big payoff. So these are all things that are less than $100 that somebody said, this has changed my life. So the first one is air tags in our luggage. It says airports will never get me again. So you'll know exactly when and where. I'm going to have to check into these air tags because this is like the second day that we've had stories about air tags. Another one, it says, if you're down to your last $100, investing in a gym membership can offer a couple of months of access to a locker room and a shower.
I've heard people do that before. I think that's such a great idea.
Helping you stay presentable as you're looking for employment. Another one on the list, a cab ride home when you've had too much to drink is the best investment ever. I agree. Don't drink and drive
Absolutely.
ever. An air fryer. They say extra long telephone charger, eye masks for better sleep, a bidet attachment for your toilet, and an air fryer. One person said all of those were less than $100, and I love them all. There's some additional things that we'll get to on the list tomorrow, but I've got all of them in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Our quote today is from Charles Schultz, who says, all you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. I love that. All you need is love, but a little chocolate doesn't hurt. I'm a fan of both love and chocolate, and I also love chocolate. Does that count for anything?
Sure counts for me.
Yeah, it probably does. Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And this story is an amazing story right here. This we recently had the Olympics not too long ago.
Yes, we did.
And this is an Olympian that's in this story. Olympic snowboarder becomes a real-life hero. Zach Miller saves burning truck on the highway. Zach Miller, 24-year-old professional snowboarder, won 2 world championships and represented the U.S. of A in the Olympics. He proved that heroism extends way beyond the slopes. He was born with cerebral palsy. Miller discovered the world of snowboarding through childhood therapy, turning a challenge into an extraordinary career. But most recently, his act of bravery took place off the mountain. He was headed to the gym, and he noticed something unusual on the interstate, a white truck with thick smoke billowing from underneath of it. As he got closer, he realized the situation was more dire than he even realized. The truck was on fire. Without hesitation, he signaled the driver to pull over. The two quickly sprang into action using water bottles from the truck bed to douse the flames. Their quick thinking and teamwork paid off as they managed to extinguish the fire before it could spread any further. Once it was under control, Miller casually continued on his way as if, saving the day was just another part of his routine. He shared an incredible moment on social media, posting some footage from his helmet cam with the caption, adding firefighter to the resume after today. And it really is pretty cool that he got all this on video. Diaz commented on Miller's video expressing his gratitude. He says, "My brother, thank you. I was able to get the truck to the mechanic and it's getting worked on. I'll be without a truck for a few weeks, but thanks to God, I'm safe and chilling with my family." End
Very
quote.
cool.
Yeah, that could have ended horribly. I've actually seen, have you ever seen a vehicle on fire?
No.
I've seen a couple of vehicles on fire, which should surprise nobody, by the way.
It really doesn't surprise me at all.
I was going to say, I've only had one of my own vehicles catch fire. It was just a little fire. We got it under control in no time. But it is very scary because, if you ever see a vehicle on fire in a movie, they always explode. Well, that doesn't always happen in real life, thank goodness. But it could. So it's dangerous. Be careful out there. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.